Práctica diaria de inglés. Escucha, habla y mejora tus habilidades. Al terminar, practica más en nuestra app. Gratis. Link abajo. Comienza a practicar.
I wash my face every morning. I wash my face every morning.
Me lavo la cara todas las mañanas.
I wash my face every morning. I wash my face every morning. I use a gentle cleanser. I use a gentle cleanser.
Uso un limpiador suave.
I use a gentle cleanser. I use a gentle cleanser. I remove my makeup before bed. I remove my makeup before bed.
Me quito el maquillaje antes de acostarme.
I remove my makeup before bed. I remove my makeup before bed. I apply moisturizer after washing my face. I apply moisturizer after washing my face.
Aplico hidratante después de lavarme la cara.
I apply moisturizer after washing my face. I apply moisturizer after washing my face. I use sunscreen every day. I use sunscreen every day.
Uso protector solar todos los días.
I use sunscreen every day. I use sunscreen every day. My skincare routine is simple. My skincare routine is simple.
Mi rutina de cuidado de la piel es sencilla.
My skincare routine is simple. My skincare routine is simple. I like to use a toner. I like to use a toner.
Me gusta usar tónico.
I like to use a toner. I like to use a toner. I exfoliate once a week. I exfoliate once a week.
Exfolio una vez a la semana.
I exfoliate once a week. I exfoliate once a week. I use eye cream at night. I use eye cream at night.
Uso crema de ojos por la noche.
I use eye cream at night. I use eye cream at night. I drink a lot of water for my skin. I drink a lot of water for my skin.
Bebo mucha agua por mi piel.
I drink a lot of water for my skin. I drink a lot of water for my skin. I avoid touching my face. I avoid touching my face.
Evito tocarme la cara.
I avoid touching my face. I avoid touching my face. I use face masks sometimes. I use face masks sometimes.
A veces uso mascarillas faciales.
I use face masks sometimes. I use face masks sometimes. I don't sleep with makeup on. I don't sleep with makeup on.
No duermo con maquillaje puesto.
I don't sleep with makeup on. I don't sleep with makeup on. I use a serum before moisturizing. I use a serum before moisturizing.
Uso un serum antes de hidratarme.
I use a serum before moisturizing. I use a serum before moisturizing. I have oily skin. I have oily skin.
Tengo la piel grasa.
I have oily skin. I have oily skin. I have dry skin. I have dry skin.
Tengo la piel seca.
I have dry skin. I have dry skin. I have combination skin. I have combination skin.
Tengo la piel mixta.
I have combination skin. I have combination skin. I have sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin.
Tengo la piel sensible.
I have sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin. I use products for sensitive skin. I use products for sensitive skin.
Uso productos para piel sensible.
I use products for sensitive skin. I use products for sensitive skin. I read the ingredients before buying products. I read the ingredients before buying products.
Leo los ingredientes antes de comprar productos.
I read the ingredients before buying products. I read the ingredients before buying products. I don't use harsh scrubs. I don't use harsh scrubs.
No uso exfoliantes agresivos.
I don't use harsh scrubs. I don't use harsh scrubs. I pat my face dry with a towel. I pat my face dry with a towel.
Seco mi cara a toques con una toalla.
I pat my face dry with a towel. I pat my face dry with a towel. I use a hydrating toner. I use a hydrating toner.
Uso un tónico hidratante.
I use a hydrating toner. I use a hydrating toner. I use a cleanser in the morning and at night. I use a cleanser in the morning and at night.
Uso un limpiador por la mañana y por la noche.
I use a cleanser in the morning and at night. I use a cleanser in the morning and at night. I like to try new skincare products. I like to try new skincare products.
Me gusta probar nuevos productos de cuidado facial.
I like to try new skincare products. I like to try new skincare products. I stick to a routine that works for me. I stick to a routine that works for me.
Me mantengo fiel a una rutina que me funciona.
I stick to a routine that works for me. I stick to a routine that works for me. I avoid products with alcohol. I avoid products with alcohol.
Evito productos con alcohol.
I avoid products with alcohol. I avoid products with alcohol. I use a clay mask for deep cleaning. I use a clay mask for deep cleaning.
Uso una mascarilla de arcilla para limpieza profunda.
I use a clay mask for deep cleaning. I use a clay mask for deep cleaning. I use a sheet mask for hydration. I use a sheet mask for hydration.
Uso una mascarilla de tejido para hidratación.
I use a sheet mask for hydration. I use a sheet mask for hydration. I use sunscreen even on cloudy days. I use sunscreen even on cloudy days.
Uso protector solar incluso en días nublados.
I use sunscreen even on cloudy days. I use sunscreen even on cloudy days. I reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. I reapply sunscreen every 2 hours.
Reaplico el protector solar cada 2 horas.
I reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. I reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. I apply moisturizer while my skin is still damp. I apply moisturizer while my skin is still damp.
Aplico hidratante mientras mi piel aún está húmeda.
I apply moisturizer while my skin is still damp. I apply moisturizer while my skin is still damp. I use a light moisturizer during summer. I use a light moisturizer during summer.
Uso un hidratante ligero en verano.
I use a light moisturizer during summer. I use a light moisturizer during summer. I use a heavier cream in winter. I use a heavier cream in winter.
Uso una crema más densa en invierno.
I use a heavier cream in winter. I use a heavier cream in winter. I avoid hot water on my face. I avoid hot water on my face.
Evito el agua caliente en mi cara.
I avoid hot water on my face. I avoid hot water on my face. I use lukewarm water to wash my face. I use lukewarm water to wash my face.
Uso agua tibia para lavarme la cara.
I use lukewarm water to wash my face. I use lukewarm water to wash my face. I avoid popping pimples. I avoid popping pimples.
Evito explotar los granos.
I avoid popping pimples. I avoid popping pimples. I use spot treatment for acne. I use spot treatment for acne.
Uso tratamiento localizado para el acné.
I use spot treatment for acne. I use spot treatment for acne. I clean my makeup brushes regularly. I clean my makeup brushes regularly.
Limpio mis brochas de maquillaje regularmente.
I clean my makeup brushes regularly. I clean my makeup brushes regularly. I use lip balm for dry lips. I use lip balm for dry lips.
Uso bálsamo labial para labios secos.
I use lip balm for dry lips. I use lip balm for dry lips. I remove sunscreen at night. I remove sunscreen at night.
Me quito el protector solar por la noche.
I remove sunscreen at night. I remove sunscreen at night. I use a cleansing oil to remove makeup. I use a cleansing oil to remove makeup.
Uso un aceite limpiador para quitar el maquillaje.
I use a cleansing oil to remove makeup. I use a cleansing oil to remove makeup. I double cleanse if I wear heavy makeup. I double cleanse if I wear heavy makeup.
Hago doble limpieza si llevo mucho maquillaje.
I double cleanse if I wear heavy makeup. I double cleanse if I wear heavy makeup. I use a face roller for massage. I use a face roller for massage.
Uso un rodillo facial para masajes.
I use a face roller for massage. I use a face roller for massage. I store my skincare products in a cool place. I store my skincare products in a cool place.
Guardo mis productos de cuidado facial en un lugar fresco.
I store my skincare products in a cool place. I store my skincare products in a cool place. I avoid fragranced products. I avoid fragranced products.
Evito productos perfumados.
I avoid fragranced products. I avoid fragranced products. I use products with hyaluronic acid. I use products with hyaluronic acid.
Uso productos con ácido hialurónico.
I use products with hyaluronic acid. I use products with hyaluronic acid. I use vitamin C serum in the morning. I use vitamin C serum in the morning.
Uso serum de vitamina C por la mañana.
I use vitamin C serum in the morning. I use vitamin C serum in the morning. I use retinol at night. I use retinol at night.
Uso retinol por la noche.
I use retinol at night. I use retinol at night. I do a patch test before using new products. I do a patch test before using new products.
Hago una prueba de parche antes de usar productos nuevos.
I do a patch test before using new products. I do a patch test before using new products. I listen to my skin's needs. I listen to my skin's needs.
Escucho las necesidades de mi piel.
I listen to my skin's needs. I listen to my skin's needs. I change my pillowcase often. I change my pillowcase often.
Cambio la funda de mi almohada a menudo.
I change my pillowcase often. I change my pillowcase often. I avoid too many products at once. I avoid too many products at once.
Evito usar demasiados productos a la vez.
I avoid too many products at once. I avoid too many products at once. I give my skin time to adjust to new products. I give my skin time to adjust to new products.
Doy tiempo a mi piel para adaptarse a productos nuevos.
I give my skin time to adjust to new products. I give my skin time to adjust to new products. I avoid direct sunlight on my face. I avoid direct sunlight on my face.
Evito la luz solar directa en mi cara.
I avoid direct sunlight on my face. I avoid direct sunlight on my face. I wear a hat for extra protection. I wear a hat for extra protection.
Llevo sombrero para protección extra.
I wear a hat for extra protection. I wear a hat for extra protection. I use aloe vera gel for calming my skin. I use aloe vera gel for calming my skin.
Uso gel de aloe vera para calmar mi piel.
I use aloe vera gel for calming my skin. I use aloe vera gel for calming my skin. I use products with niacinamide. I use products with niacinamide.
Uso productos con niacinamida.
I use products with niacinamide. I use products with niacinamide. I use gentle circular motions to wash my face. I use gentle circular motions to wash my face.
Uso movimientos circulares suaves para lavarme la cara.
I use gentle circular motions to wash my face. I use gentle circular motions to wash my face. I never skip moisturizer. I never skip moisturizer.
Nunca me salto el hidratante.
I never skip moisturizer. I never skip moisturizer. I use products suitable for my skin type. I use products suitable for my skin type.
Uso productos adecuados para mi tipo de piel.
I use products suitable for my skin type. I use products suitable for my skin type. I ask a dermatologist for advice. I ask a dermatologist for advice.
Pido consejo a un dermatólogo.
I ask a dermatologist for advice. I ask a dermatologist for advice. I use a humidifier in dry weather. I use a humidifier in dry weather.
Uso un humidificador en clima seco.
I use a humidifier in dry weather. I use a humidifier in dry weather. I don't share my skincare products. I don't share my skincare products.
No comparto mis productos de cuidado facial.
I don't share my skincare products. I don't share my skincare products. I watch skincare tutorials online. I watch skincare tutorials online.
Veo tutoriales de cuidado facial en línea.
I watch skincare tutorials online. I watch skincare tutorials online. I keep my routine consistent. I keep my routine consistent.
Mantengo mi rutina constante.
I keep my routine consistent. I keep my routine consistent. I avoid expired products. I avoid expired products.
Evito productos caducados.
I avoid expired products. I avoid expired products. I use an antioxidant serum. I use an antioxidant serum.
Uso un serum antioxidante.
I use an antioxidant serum. I use an antioxidant serum. I try to get enough sleep for healthy skin. I try to get enough sleep for healthy skin.
Intento dormir lo suficiente para tener una piel sana.
I try to get enough sleep for healthy skin. I try to get enough sleep for healthy skin. I avoid sugary foods to help my skin. I avoid sugary foods to help my skin.
Evito los alimentos azucarados para ayudar a mi piel.
I avoid sugary foods to help my skin. I avoid sugary foods to help my skin. I eat fruits and vegetables for good skin. I eat fruits and vegetables for good skin.
Como frutas y verduras para tener buena piel.
I eat fruits and vegetables for good skin. I eat fruits and vegetables for good skin. I avoid smoking for my skin's health. I avoid smoking for my skin's health.
Evito fumar por la salud de mi piel.
I avoid smoking for my skin's health. I avoid smoking for my skin's health. I don't use products with parabens. I don't use products with parabens.
No uso productos con parabenos.
I don't use products with parabens. I don't use products with parabens. I use a calming cream after shaving. I use a calming cream after shaving.
Uso una crema calmante después de afeitarme.
I use a calming cream after shaving. I use a calming cream after shaving. I avoid scrubbing my face too hard. I avoid scrubbing my face too hard.
Evito frotar mi cara con demasiada fuerza.
I avoid scrubbing my face too hard. I avoid scrubbing my face too hard. I use a gentle exfoliator. I use a gentle exfoliator.
Uso un exfoliante suave.
I use a gentle exfoliator. I use a gentle exfoliator. I apply sunscreen to my neck too. I apply sunscreen to my neck too.
Aplico protector solar también en el cuello.
I apply sunscreen to my neck too. I apply sunscreen to my neck too. I remove dirt and oil daily. I remove dirt and oil daily.
Elimino la suciedad y el sebo a diario.
I remove dirt and oil daily. I remove dirt and oil daily. I use a face mist to refresh my skin. I use a face mist to refresh my skin.
Uso un mist facial para refrescar mi piel.
I use a face mist to refresh my skin. I use a face mist to refresh my skin. I use products that don't clog pores. I use products that don't clog pores.
Uso productos que no obstruyen los poros.
I use products that don't clog pores. I use products that don't clog pores. I avoid using too much product. I avoid using too much product.
Evito usar demasiado producto.
I avoid using too much product. I avoid using too much product. I always remove eye makeup carefully. I always remove eye makeup carefully.
Siempre retiro el maquillaje de ojos con cuidado.
I always remove eye makeup carefully. I always remove eye makeup carefully. I let my skin breathe sometimes. I let my skin breathe sometimes.
A veces dejo que mi piel respire.
I let my skin breathe sometimes. I let my skin breathe sometimes. I avoid stress to help my skin. I avoid stress to help my skin.
Evito el estrés para ayudar a mi piel.
I avoid stress to help my skin. I avoid stress to help my skin. I use cooling gel for puffy eyes. I use cooling gel for puffy eyes.
Uso gel refrescante para ojos hinchados.
I use cooling gel for puffy eyes. I use cooling gel for puffy eyes. I use a silk pillowcase for my skin. I use a silk pillowcase for my skin.
Uso una funda de almohada de seda para mi piel.
I use a silk pillowcase for my skin. I use a silk pillowcase for my skin. I avoid over-exfoliating. I avoid over-exfoliating.
Evito sobreexfoliar.
I avoid over-exfoliating. I avoid over-exfoliating. I apply products in the right order. I apply products in the right order.
Aplico los productos en el orden correcto.
I apply products in the right order. I apply products in the right order. I use a facial essence. I use a facial essence.
Uso una esencia facial.
I use a facial essence. I use a facial essence. I don't skip my nighttime skincare. I don't skip my nighttime skincare.
No me salto mi rutina nocturna de cuidado facial.
I don't skip my nighttime skincare. I don't skip my nighttime skincare. I use natural oils for extra moisture. I use natural oils for extra moisture.
Uso aceites naturales para hidratación extra.
I use natural oils for extra moisture. I use natural oils for extra moisture. I use a gentle face wash in the morning. I use a gentle face wash in the morning.
Uso un limpiador suave por la mañana.
I use a gentle face wash in the morning. I use a gentle face wash in the morning. I avoid alcohol-based toners. I avoid alcohol-based toners.
Evito tónicos con base de alcohol.
I avoid alcohol-based toners. I avoid alcohol-based toners. I use pimple patches for breakouts. I use pimple patches for breakouts.
Uso parches para granos cuando tengo brotes.
I use pimple patches for breakouts. I use pimple patches for breakouts.
Gracias por ver. Suscríbete a nuestro canal y activa las notificaciones para obtener nuevos vídeos a tiempo y continuar tu viaje de aprendizaje de inglés.